The issue of individuals who were men but now identify as women competing in women's sports has nothing to do with what they identify as, but everything to do with the unfair physical and biological advantages. The first thing I want to touch on is the biological differences between those males and females. Adult males have more muscle mass and less body fat than adult females. In addition, males develop larger skeletal muscles as well as larger hearts and lungs. This means they have more red blood cells, which proves to be an advantage because they absorb oxygen, giving them an aerobic advantage, meaning that men have higher oxygen carrying capacity than women do. An example of this would be Lia Thomas, who competed with the University of Pennsylvania swim team and immediately started winning match after match, breaking records that were fought so hard for, beating Olympians even. The overall census was that there was a major sense of unfairness, being that Lia Thomas was able to easily win each match and break records that were so difficult to attain in the first place. If allowed to compete in women's sports, these individuals would dominate all of the competition and even outshine those on their own team, all because of the simple fact that they were born with biological advantages. Next, I want to touch on the physical advantages, mainly testosterone. After going through puberty, males produce 20 times the amount of testosterone as women do. Testosterone provides major advantages in the realm of sports, proving to create larger and stronger bones, muscle mass, and just overall strength. This difference makes it almost impossible for women to compete against men, especially in power-based or endurance-based sports, which nowadays makes up all competitive sports. Once again, the allowing of men who identify as women to compete in women's sports has nothing to do with what they choose to identify as, but everything to do with the tremendous differences and advantages and the level of unfairness to those women who have been training their whole lives just to lose out because of things out of their control. The physical and biological makeup of males and females at birth are so astronomically different that the idea of them competing on the same level is both unfair and unjust. The frustration and disappointment of those who were born as women is overwhelming. Regardless of what the individual identifies as, these biological and physical components must be thoroughly reviewed before allowing such an upset.